Hello everyone, welcome to MathAnytime.com recorded videos. In this video we'll be going over quadratic questions where we're going to determine the quadratic from given points. Let's take a look at this example. Write the equation of a quadratic function with roots at -4 and -2 and a vertex at -3 and 1. Write the equation in standard form. When we begin this question we want to first figure out which type of forms we have as quadratics. Well, there's generally three different forms. One of them is a standard form, which we're being asked to bring this quadratic function equation into, and that is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Another form is vertex form, which is y equals a in parentheses x minus h squared up plus k, where h and k is the vertex, hence that's why it's called the vertex form, because without doing any calculations you can obtain the vertex of the quadratic. And there's intercept form. Intercept form is when you have the x-intercepts of the quadratic, you can also write the equation with the x-intercepts, where p and q are the x-intercepts. So these are the three general formats of the quadratics. We're being asked to provide a quadratic within the standard form. However, to start this, we have to obtain the quadratic in either vertex form or intercept form. And we can do this question, we can solve this question in both ways. In order to obtain the vertex form, we need the vertex, which we're being provided, and a point. In order to obtain the quadratic in an intercept form, we need the intercepts, which we have in this question. So I'm going to solve it both ways. Let's start with the vertex form. So we're being provided the vertex, which is, that's going to turn into y equals a x plus 3 squared up plus 1. In the parentheses, the x value of the vertex becomes the opposite sign. So you can think of it, what makes the parentheses 0. Since we have -3, that would be plus 3, that's what we put in there. And we're going to take one of the coordinates. Well, we don't have the coordinate yet, we have the x-intercepts, but the x-intercepts are when the y is 0. So the coordinates we can use are -4 and 0 and -2 and 0. Those are the x-intercepts. We're just going to take one of them, plug it in, replace the x and y in this format to figure out what a is, and once we obtain the a, we get the quadratic in vertex form. So let's just take the first coordinate. This would be 0 equals a -4 plus 3 squared up plus 1. And when we simplify this, this would be -1 squared plus 1, which would be a. -1 squared up is 1. 1a is a plus 1. We subtract the 1. And when we add top to bottom, we get a is -1. So when a is -1, our quadratic becomes y equals -x plus 3 squared up plus 1. This is in vertex form for this equation. This is the quadratic in vertex form. Now we're being asked in standard form. So we're going to answer the question in standard form. How do we do that? Well, all we have to do is just FOIL this quadratic, and this would be y equals, let's keep the negative, x plus 3 squared up would be x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 1. The rule is you take the first term, you square it up, you take the first term times the second term times 2, then the last term squared up, and you keep the signs. So this would be y equals -x squared minus 6x minus 9 plus 1, and then we combine like terms, we get -x squared, -6x minus 8. This is in standard form. This is the answer to the question. Now I'm going to show you how to solve it in using the intercept form. So the intercept form, we have this one right here, y equals a x minus p times x minus q. Well, we have negative 4 and 0, and we have negative 2 and 0. Let me just take a look at the question again. Negative 2 and 0 and negative 3 and 1. Negative 2 and 0 and negative 3 and 1. Because negative 4 and negative 2 were the x-intercepts. So when we create this, plug them into the intercept form, this would be y equals a x plus 4, because the intercept is negative 4, and x plus 2. And then we're going to replace the x and y with this x and y. So this would be 1 equals a negative 3 plus 4, negative 3 plus 2. We're calculating the a from this calculations. That would be 1 times negative 1, which this becomes 1 equals to negative a divided by negative 1, and a equals to negative 1. Now we have the a. We just go back and plug it into our intercept format. This would be y equals negative 1. We don't put the 1. There's always a secret 1 in front of the parentheses attached to a variable or a parentheses or a number. So we don't put the 1. Mathematically, it's there. We don't need to indicate it. So this is the intercept form. Now, how do we bring this into standard form? Well, all you have to do is just FOIL it out. This would be y equals negative x minus 4 times x plus 2, and that would be negative x squared minus 2x minus 4x minus 8. And when we combine like terms, we get negative x squared minus 6x minus 8. And as you can see, these two are the same. That's the standard form. So we have solved the question in both ways. To reach the standard form, you have to go through the vertex form or intercept form and then FOIL it out. If you like this video, the best way to support us is to share this video. Please click on the like and subscribe button along with the notification bell. Remember, practice makes perfect.